It is November 30th, which means it's the end of the month, which means it's the end of Movember. So I'm going to be going over my mileage on the month, how it went. I had a goal in mind, if I hit it or not, but I did pretty good. And even though I did have some injuries along the way, and like I said in my first video that I made, if someone's able to beat me in mileage, which no one's actually going to be able to beat me because I'm making it a goal that no one's going to come close to me unless I get injured. And even if I do get injured, they're still not going to beat me. But before I do cover my mileage on the month and how everything went, I do want to talk a little bit about Movember because it is a little bit more than just running a bunch of miles and growing a mustache. It's about raising awareness for men's health, both physical and mental, because there is a lot of issues that do go on with that. There is a foundation called Movember, and that's what it is about. It's not just about going out running miles or growing a mustache. And as you can see, I can barely grow one. So attempting to grow mustaches, it is a little bit more than that. And it's to show support and raise awareness towards men's health, because that is one topic that a lot of people, I know myself included, struggle to talk with, and they don't open up enough. And I might be a hypocrite in saying this stuff because I'm not one to say come forward and talk about my emotions or how things are going or how my mental health is. I'm just kind of head down and go forward and suck it up along the way, and that's what I've done in the past, and I may do it in the future, but that's just how I've been. So I don't necessarily want to be a hypocrite in talking about this issue and how people should go forward and talk and bring it up to, say, their friends or their family. But I can guarantee that your friends and family are more than willing to talk to you no matter what is going through in your life, because it's much better to have you there than to not have you there. So if there are different ways of dealing and coping with some stuff that does go on with men's health, men's mental health, and we all deal with it in different ways. So if you are struggling, you can leave a comment, and I'm more than willing to talk with you or have a conversation. But it's just a lot better than you not being in this life. And I know I've struggled with it in the past, but I just kind of deal with it on my own, where I just try to suck it up. But I know there are a lot of people that they never really experience that more. And there was one scenario that just constantly rings in my head, where one of the high school friends that um, he ended up taking his life, and the funeral, it just kind of rings through my head when they were laying him down, and I just remember his mom and just screaming his name, and that's just gonna stay in my mind for probably ever. And it just really sucks because you might be thinking that you're taking away a lot of the pressure that's on yourself and all that, whatever's going on, but it's kind of just transferring over to other people. And we were having a conversation with him like a week or two before that at the gym, and everything seemed fine. And you never truly do know about what's going on with someone, and the people that are the best at hiding it, that seem happy, are usually the ones that typically have those issues. So if you are having any issues, reach out to friends, family. They're more than willing to sit down, talk with you, and have that conversation. So if you are, you can leave a comment for me as well, and I'd be more than willing to have a conversation with you. But moving on to my mileage on the month, there was three different categories: running, swimming, and biking. For me, I wanted to hit the ground running really strong with all three of them, and I wanted to be able to have a lot of mileage, and I wanted to hit 300 miles with the conversion rate. So if you didn't watch my first videos, short version of it is there's a conversion rate for cycling. It's 3 to 1. So if I do 3 miles, that converts to 1 mile. For swimming, it's a 1 to 5. So if I do 1 mile, that converts to 5 miles. And if you want to get the full breakdown of this whole series, I did part 1 and part 2. You can check those out. But breaking it down, I ended up finishing the month with a conversion rate from cycling and swimming at 339.49 miles, which I hit my goal of hitting 300 miles. And I think if my foot didn't act up, I would have been able to hit 400, but I think I'm going to be setting that for next year. As long as I don't have any injuries, I'll be able to make that to the next month, or next year, not next month. So I was able to hit that, which I'm happy about, and breaking down each category. So the first one is cycling. I hit 180.95 miles, and that's with the conversion rate of 3 to 1. So I did quite a bit more than that, but 180 miles, I'm more than happy with. I did end up picking it up a little bit on the last week or two where I added in an extra bike workout, but it was more so just a short one where I typically don't do a lot of long bike workouts. I typically do. I like to stay above 60 minutes because when I do get to my actual race, it's going to be a long one. So I typically avoid the shorter ones. So what I started doing was incorporating, say, 30-minute workouts of bikes. And I think that's actually beneficial for me because then I'm able to work on my wattage and increasing that. And I think that's one of the main things I need to be working on so I can increase my power, so I can increase my speed. So I'll probably be doing that a little bit more moving forward. But that was my total for cycling on the month. For swimming, I hit 136.75 miles on the month, which I'm really happy about. And that's with the conversion rate because when you take out the conversion rate, that's almost averaging 1 mile per day, which I'm really happy and satisfied with. I think my endurance swims on the weekend help add into it because I get close or above 2 miles. So that does add up over time. And basically, with all my swims that I actually do, I'm usually finishing around 1.15, 1.2 miles. So I'm getting a good distance in there. But compared to all these pros that I see out there, I'm like, I'm way behind and I need to catch up to them. And the shitty part is they swim either for a lot less time than I do. It's just because they're a lot faster than me. They're basically double my speed. So I need to work on improving my speed. But that's what I hit on the month. Almost 30 miles total for the month without the conversion rate. I think I was around 27 miles. So I'm really happy with that. And hopefully only uphill from there. Lastly, my running, I hit 21.79 miles. And like I said, this is where the injury did start to creep in. My foot is still sore. I don't know what's going on with it. I was trying to slowly come back into it. I think I ran twice or three times, and my foot started to feel a little funny. So I was like, oh man, this sucks. So I'll take a couple of weeks off. So I ended up taking a couple of weeks off, was feeling really good, went back, I think 2 or 3 days ago, and then I got a run in and feeling really good still. And then I did another one today. And unfortunately, today I was feeling a little bit something that I'm probably not supposed to be feeling, which sucks. So after Movember, I might try and take more rest time and let it heal completely. And hopefully I can come back eventually to start running because running is probably my favorite one out of all three of these. And it sucks not being able to run, but hopefully I'll be able to come back soon and be able to start running again. But those are my three totals. And with the conversion rate, over 300 miles, which was my goal, and I hit that, so I'm really happy with that. And I think with the next year, when I do come back, if I don't have any injuries, I'll be able to surpass 400 miles with my foot because running, I only got 20 miles in. I was anticipating doing 20 per week. So if I would have hit 20 per week, I think I would have been 40, 60. I think I would have been over 400 miles. So and if I wasn't, I would have pushed myself so I was over 400 miles. But overall, I think I had a really good month, really solid month, especially with my foot injury just creeping in. But that's basically my Movember update video on my mileage for November. And like I was saying, this is a Movember video at the same time. And it is to support men's health and raise awareness. So if you are dealing with anything, reach out to friends, family, and I'm sure they're more than willing to talk to you, have a conversation, and it's much better that way, and it's much better with you in here and in the world. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.